أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Walaikum assalam.
Oh, I can hear you, Zoya, today.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. You fix your mic. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, inshallah, Javeria's mic is not enabled. So, can you text her that we are going to start the class? Inshallah. نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي رب زدني علما اللهم فقهنا في الدين آمين. Inshallah, I think we will start from here, right? Yeah, no, we have to start from here, inshallah. Yeah. So, Zaya, you start today, inshallah. You know, we skim, then you will explain, and if something you missed it or there's some questions, so I will ask a question, inshallah.
Alright. Wait, I didn't review this, so I don't remember what this talks about.
You just skim it, like just go through right now
Okay.
what you understand and then explain it. Because we have covered this whole tafsir, right? So it will be easier for you. You will get the idea. Oh, I have read that before. So try it.
The first paragraph is talking about how like wealth, family pleasures and stuff have left no room for like remembrance of God, and though like God let him pursue like the person's goal, like they don't like show gratitude or like thankness to God.
Okay, what happens if a person puts his preference to the wealth, family, player, or the desires? What will happen then?
Allah lets them go even further with the goals and remove from His remembrance.
So Allah, such preoccupations leave no time and no room for remembrance of God. So maybe you have seen some people who are crazy in earning the wealth, and they are so crazy they don't care even about the family. Yes, there are some people who don't even care about the family. They don't give family time. They just earning, meeting, money. There's a lot. There's many people are like that. So when you give preference to wealth, you ignore your family. And actually, you have to ignore your family because you have to attend meetings, you have to visit somewhere, you are just running behind the wealth. And if some person is running after the family, so he will his preference will be the family or other things. So what will happen then? The remembrance of God, the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be behind. So when it's a prayer time, you will say, oh, it's okay, I'm in a meeting right now, I will pray later. Or you plan your family meeting or something like that during the your prayer time. If you give priority to the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then all your matter will be organized according to your salah, according to remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it's very important. if we want to remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have to give priority to him. Okay, next, Javeria, can you read the next paragraph?
The truth or some hello.
Yes, say.
Oh, okay. This paragraph talks about how the truth does not change for anyone who does not want to believe it. It won't it won't change its message. It's going to be clear, solid, straight. There's not going to be other paths going. Whoever does not want to make that decision has no place in Islam. And faith does not belong to anyone except Allah, and it does not get strength the more people accept it. If a person who does not want to accept it and want to sit with people dedicated to the cause has nothing to contribute to the community and is better left out.
Barakallahu fi Javeria. Mashallah, you did a very good job. Inshallah, you all try to explain like that, inshallah. Okay, Zara Sara, I'm unmuting you, then you can conclude not conclude, just this topic.
Right.
Okay, I think Javeria read this one as well.
This one?
I read that accidentally. I thought we were still doing two
Yeah,
paragraphs.
that's okay. That's okay. Okay, you can start, Zara sir, you can start the new
No
topic,
rescue
no
available.
rescue available.
Read it?
Not reading, you just skim it, read it, and explain it actually.
Skim it. Okay. So it's about the wrongdoers that and they are, if you're a wrongdoer, you'll go to hellfire. Yeah. And oh yeah, so it says for the wrongdoers we have prepared a fire. Yeah. What else?
So in verse 29, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, for the wrongdoers, we have prepared a fire. What does prepared means? What is this expression explain?
We made a fire. Hellfire.
Have you read this paragraph or did you skim it? You will
Yeah.
get this answer in the second last line or maybe third last line.
God does not need anything to create whatever he wishes other than to actually will it and exist. The expression here uses the term prepare to indicate a speed of action. Prepare is the speed of action. Indicates the speed of action.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that for the wrongdoers, we have prepared a fire. Okay? Prepared means that it's a speed of action. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just say kun, be, and it happens right away. It does not take a second even. Yeah. It doesn't take any time to think, okay, should we do it or not? No. Allah says and it happens right away. So this is called as, it's a speed of action, it means. Okay. So try to absorb the tafsir when you read, when you're skimming it, then you just note down the important things. Like the expression here uses the term prepare. So you should explain me that what does prepare means and why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that. That was in this paragraph. Okay, inshallah. Zoya, this paragraph, it's long.
Oh, okay. So this paragraph starts off by talking about how like there's no escape from the fire for the wrongdoers, and like they don't like there's no chance of them getting cool air. And like when they're burning in the fire and they ask for water, they'll be given like filthy water basically, or like which is like molten lead. And if you like come near it, it basically scalds your face. And this is like trying to explain how like dreadful the drink is. So and like there's no chance for rest either, and all they're in the fire just as a punishment for their wrongdoing.
Barakallah fiki, mashallah, you did very well job, mashallah. Explained very well. Jazakallah khair. Okay, Javeri, next.
So after the Jahannam description, it gives another opposite extreme of Jannah, and it explains how the gardens and the rivers and all the wealth and luxury that they will have, and like compared to the fire, it's completely different.
You can explain. There's some like different types of silk. So you can also tell me like what type of silks they will be wearing and what will other things they are.
They will have a cool atmosphere, pleasant scenery, gardens, and a fresh breeze, and many different type of clothes, like some of which is silk, velvet, and they'll wear bracelets of gold.
Okay, Jazakallah khair, Barakallah fi. Um, exactly. It's a comparison. First, we read about the wrongdoers one, what will they get, and then the good doers, like whatever who is doing the good deeds in this world, what they are going to get it. So, what is what you, in which group you want to be?
The
Good, good,
doers.
good doers. Definitely, we all want to be the good doers. Then it's we cannot just wish and we will be in the good doers group. We have to work hard. Do you wish? Okay, um, I wish I will have A plus in each and every subject. Does it happen? Does it comes right away?
Yeah.
Just for your wish.
In the beginning of the quarter. No, you have to work hard.
Yeah, of course, you have to work hard. Otherwise, you will not maintain your grades, even though you have the grades. So, if for the school, your homework, everything, you are working hard to maintain your grades, then why not with the good deeds? If we are doing good deeds and then we will stop. Oh, okay, it's enough. We have done lots of good deeds. We prayed a lot of time. We did a lot of good deeds. So now we are done. Okay, let's enjoy our life. What will happen? Your all good deeds will be erased. And what will happen then? You your bad deeds will take you to the will make you the wrongdoers, and the wrongdoers will stay in hellfire. So never think that you have done a lot and whatever you are doing is enough. Nothing is enough. If you really really want to go to the heaven, we have to really strive hard for the heaven as well, inshallah. Okay, the Zara Sara, inshallah.
Yeah.
Skim this paragraph, the highlighted one, and then explain it.
The highlighted one. There are two widely different ends. So it says that it says the truth has now come from your Lord. Let him who wills believe in it, and let him who wills reject it. So like he he like cares, but he doesn't really care about like which side do they pick. It's like it's on them. He used the Quraysh as an example, and the Quraysh were unbelievers. It says right here, Quraysh unbelievers who demanded that the Prophet should either expel the poor from among his followers or at least set up a different meeting place for elders of the Quraysh because it was beneath them to sit with the poor because they weren't that good. So they didn't like the poor people, the Quraysh. The Quraysh didn't like them. Yeah.
Jazakallah. Jazakallah khair. Barakallah feekum. Actually, what happens, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching us that even someone is not looking nice. Someone is wearing old clothes or maybe smelly clothes. But maybe his connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is stronger than you. Maybe he is more pretty in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than you. Then, and only faith is the scale where we can judge ourselves, okay, where we are standing right now. If our faith is strong, then of course we will not think bad about others as well. So uh, we have to we don't have to judge anyone on the basis of their clothing or anything, whatever. Because if you all are wearing hijab and other people, someone is not wearing hijab, but you don't know, and you are just bragging it, oh, I'm wearing hijab and she don't wear hijab, she's not a nice good Muslim. What will happen after some time? Maybe you will stop wearing hijab and she will start wearing hijab, and her connection will be more stronger with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than you. Then, so you don't know what will happen in the future. Only and only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. So don't ever predict or don't ever blame anyone, or don't ever assume that the people who have less are not nice or they don't have good faith. Even, yeah, poor people. And because in the example of Prophet's life, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there was like poor Sahaba Ikram, the poor companion, they were full of faith, and their minds were always remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So which is the biggest blessing for someone who has faith in his heart. Okay, Tahri, next. Again.
The story has like the story of two men and two gardens. It shows us two examples of two different type of human beings. There's one that who has pride and has pride in his luxuries, and the other one is more content with his relationship with Allah. They both are seen with a practical life. The first one has two gardens and has a lot of money and is rich. He feels like he's powerful, and he thinks he's better than the others, so he forgets the one who gave him the gardens, and he thinks his wealth will be with him forever. The other one, the believer, he always remembers his Allah no matter what, and realizes that everything is a blessing and they could be taken away just like that. And he knows that he should always praise the Lord.
So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving examples, and these examples we can see in our life around us as well. Someone has a lot of a big house, big car, the expensive branded stuff, but the other person, okay, Tahri, you need to speak louder. So that's why I was saying come closer. And the other one who have very less, but his connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is strong. So don't ever judge people with the money or anything else. Or okay, um, so yeah, inshallah, read these two paragraphs.
Alright, so after like the description of the two men, one who's poor and one who's rich, for the rich one, it talks about his two gardens, how they're full of fruit, and he has the vineyards filled with date palms and like the large cultivation fields and rivers that basically is like forever running and like can help him produce all his like um crops and stuff, which brings him wealth, and like how it never failed to produce anything. But even though he has all these luxuries and stuff from Allah, he's still super arrogant and like ungrateful to God, and like doesn't appreciate what with all the blessing like Allah has given to him.
Okay, Jazakallah khair, Barakallah. Yes, there is two examples, and we are learning it, and I hope you're okay. Can you explain, Zoya, what are you learning from these examples?
Um, to like
How we can implement in our life after reading this?
to be grateful for what you have, and like thank Allah for like everything you've been given, because there's so many people that don't have it's like things that we have.
So, do you think that we are paying so much gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as much as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is providing us?
uh, I don't know, I think it depends on the person itself. Like
Even though if a person is in the sajda all the time, even though we cannot be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enough. So the thankfulness is like that. If you want to really want to show the gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the meaning of showing gratitude is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created eyes. So just see only those things which is allowed. That means don't watch those things which is not allowed, which is like impure or um, which is not appropriate to see, to watch or something. And if you will read the Quran, you see Quran's words with your eyes, you are working, you're learning this tafsir and you are using your eyes to read it. So this is the real meaning of gratitude. Whatever Allah has created, use it in that perspective, that Allah created eyes to see. So see that what is faith, what is Quran. So reading Quran with your eyes, by seeing it, is also a gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you should learn, and you should give me some examples as well when your turn will come. Okay, Javeria.
To his gardens. He is full of pride, and the simile used is he's strutting like a peacock. He speaks to his friend, who he knows has limited means, arrogantly, and his actions convey that he is very ungrateful and has completely forgotten Allah, thinking that no matter what, his garden will always have the abundance and richness that it has right now. And he thinks that he has a high standing with Allah, because he has so much in this life, and he thinks, oh, I'm going to be, since I have this right now, I will have even more in the hereafter.
So did you ever think that, okay, we have a good house, we have a loving family, we are going to a good schools, we are having good teachers, we are getting good opportunities in our life, so we will be good in the day of judgment as well? Did you ever think that?
No.
No,
Okay, makes answer. So you want to say something?
I said no
No. Why no?
because I never thought about it.
Now just think about it right now and then give me the answer. Do you think that these blessings Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us in this world, we can say that, okay, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us in this world, Allah will reward us on the day of judgment as well, like thinking positively but doing nothing?
It's not necessary that everyone will get better in the hereafter, because again, it depends on your good deeds and how you go with your faith.
Exactly. So when a person has more wealth or anything more than you, it could be the beauty, it could be the education, it could be the house, anything. If a person has something more than you, it doesn't mean that he's better than you. In the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, only the faith is the only thing which will make you differentiate in so many people. As like in the classroom, when you give an answer to the teacher and teacher knows like who is my best student, so in this way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also knows, because on the day of judgment, from Adam alayhi salam to the till the day of judgment, all the human beings will be on the earth, on the face of earth. So but only few will be shining on that day. And the shine will come from what? Does anybody know? No. Kind of, but wuzu, yes. When you do wuzu, your face will be shining and your parts of your body will shine wherever you made wuzu. So always do wuzu with love and with very carefully, so that every part of your body in which wuzu is included, it will shine on the day of judgment. Yes. Okay, Tehri.
People who think like it's very arrogant, that people who think they have that are rich in their position and their power, are like so much better than their others, and they think their life is better. They think they'll be treated the same way. His boyfriend, who does not have that much wealth as him, is more confident as to the results and has better values. He has a strong faith, and he is certain of the support he receives. He confronts his arrogant friend, and like he shows him how conceited he is, how full of himself he is, and he reminds him how like he's been created. And yeah. Okay, does that mean?
So my voice is clear?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what's. I don't know. So why the poor friend was very confident on the result on the for the day of judgment? Hmm? Uh, this is not the reason that he was poor. Yeah, he was not arrogant.
It says he as to the results of his nobler and better established values.
Yeah, because his faith was strong on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because faith is the major one thing which is very important. If your faith is strong, then you will be confident on the day of judgment. Do you know what is faith? Believing in Allah subhanahu, like one Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and forgetting um, all other deities. Yes, all other gods. If you don't trust on them and just pay your 100% trust on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is called the real faith. Okay. Sometimes it happens, okay, you have to do a task, like this is a team, right? Zara, Sara, Javeria, Zoya, Tahreem, you all five are a team. Now you are saying, okay, Javeria will read the rest of the tafsir, I don't have to read it, or the Zara Sara will do this part, or Zoya will do that part, and Tahreem will do this part. What will happen? Everyone will think, okay, the other person is going to do it, so I'm good, I will not do it. What will happen on the test day, quiz day? You will tell what will the result vary. One by one, you all have to tell me.
No one will know what to do.
Okay, and Zara Sara? Yes, Zoya, you can tell me.
It's the same thing as Javaria said, and you might be asked a question that, like, for example, Javaria might have read, but you didn't, and then you would, like, basically have no idea what's happening since you weren't really paying attention.
Yes, because you are trusting each and everyone. Okay, so when we put our trust on so many gods and not putting our 100% to only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so this will happen on the day of judgment. On the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask people, okay, you were making my partner to do that things, now go to them and ask them if they can send you to the heaven, or they can protect you from hellfire. So we have to be very careful in our faith and everything, inshallah. Okay, Zara Sara, read it and explain. This is the translation of the, but you just go through with it by yourself, and then we'll go to the tafsir.
It means like the less wealth the person has doesn't mean anything, but the faith is the thing that means something. Hello?
Yes, I am listening.
Yeah, I said it.
Okay, what was this example of faith?
Example of faith? A person who is not arrogant and mighty, and he states the truth clearly without hesitation, and he would say the truth to anyone because he is a good person and he believes in God and he's Muslim. Yep.
Yeah, Jazakallah khair. Yeah, because this is an example of how faith makes a believer strong, very powerful. Because a believer does not care about wealth, might, or arrogance. Something he just believe. A believer feels that he is far higher than all powers and wealth. Wha- So that's why. He doesn't need wealth, so that's why it's saying a believer feels that he is far higher than all power and wealth. The people think that the wealth or power will give them so much power and they are like they can do anything in this world. But a believer has trust on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and whatever he does, he asks protection from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He has a bonding with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and whatever deed he is doing, he put his trust on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then he do it. So I think we all get a reminder that whatever you do in your life, have faith on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only. Make your faith strong. Yeah, of course, the believing is a faith. So have a strong faith on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and don't let any other things to mix it up with, inshallah. Jazakumullahu khairan kaseera. Barakallahu fikum. Inshallah, I'll see you tomorrow in the class. Um, yeah, tomorrow is class, inshallah. Okay, take care, and inshallah, we'll meet tomorrow. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.